What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Friday morning's Anfield Agenda News Roundup, where I'm going to take you through the main topics that we spoke about in last night's late night agenda, as well as a couple of interesting new bits of information around Mohamed Salah and his future. We're going to go through that, and we're going to give you some more information on the possible, the resolution for the Arne Slot situation. That and lots more over the next few minutes, but you know the score. I'd love to know your thoughts, so do let me know in the comment section once you've watched the video. If you enjoy it, drop a like, and of course we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to start off with a story that came from the newspaper, and the headline of it was that the Saudis feel that they're being played and used here as basically leverage by Mohamed Salah and his representative. The piece starts off by saying there is a feeling we're being used in contract negotiations this time. A senior advisor to the Saudi Pro League tells the newspaper, "We want him, that's no secret, but we're getting less indication from the player that he's even considering moving here. Liverpool are flying this season and scoring goals like he was 5 years ago, and they feel that he's going to stay at Liverpool. And I very much hope that their feeling is right and that he does stay here. But I can't just throw that one in without giving you the other side of this as well, which is a story that has come out yesterday evening coming from Spain. And this comes from Sport, which is a Catalan-based newspaper. And they say that Mohamed Salah's inner circle continues to operate discreetly behind the scenes, sounding out possible destinations for the Egyptian international should he fail to sign a new contract extension with the Reds. It goes on to say that Mohamed Salah's representatives have been offering him to Real Madrid and Barcelona. Now, I've got no idea if that's true or if it isn't true. But I also have no problem if it is, because Rami Abbas Issa represents Mohamed Salah. And it's his job to make sure that if it doesn't work out with Liverpool, and I'm sure that that is everyone's priority, but if it doesn't, he has to know what the lay of the land is for his client. He has to know what the potential options are. So I've got no issue with any of that. My own issue here is that I want it sorted out from a Liverpool perspective, because Mohamed deserves a new contract. We as fans don't want him to go anywhere, and his numbers this season speak for themselves. So I've no issue with that if there's any truth to it. But again, it should come down to him staying at Liverpool, which is what he wants to do. And the delay in this is, to me, the biggest problem, because I keep mentioning respect towards Mo, and he is a man that works off respect. And this is going to look like a lack of respect. So up to the club what numbers they want to pull forward. But I think that they are playing a very cagey game here, and it's gone on too long. Same with Virgil, by the way. The Trent situation's a little bit different, because we don't really know what Trent wants and what he doesn't want. But still, that situation is again dragged on. Now, I mentioned something on the stream last night that you've probably heard me talking about many times. So we talk about owners of football clubs, who we'd like if FSG weren't here. And for many years I've said and warned against the idea of state-backed ownership of clubs. One of the reasons I've given is that if they get bored or they fall out of love with it, they'll pull the rug out and leave the club and just go off. And they don't care what damage is done to the club. If they asset strip it, if they leave it in a bad place. And you don't need to take my word for it, because reporting in France from RMC Sport and others, let me read this out to you. Qatar has threatened to withdraw its investments, including Paris Saint-Germain and beIN Sport. The government is annoyed by the numerous legal proceedings targeting Nasser Al-Khelaifi. This is exactly what I've been speaking about. Now, nothing may come of this, but the threats are already there, as you can see. It's happened with previous clubs that have been taken over before. People get bored or they don't want to keep pumping money into it. And we think of these as huge sporting institutions that are worth lots of money. But to a nation, they can afford to write off these type of losses. We're talking about countries here, not private businesses. So let's wait and see what comes of that one. But it definitely caught my eye last night. So I want to go and talk about Arne Slot and the situation with him, because Lewis Steele has done some good reporting around this, and this is basically the lay of the land with what might happen with Arne. So the FA have until end of business on Monday to charge Arne Slot for the red card. We still don't know the exact reasoning behind it, but Liverpool would then have 3 days to reply with evidence if they would like to use evidence to support their claim. Then the FA after that would have a further 3 days to reply, and it'll just drag on for 2 to 3 weeks. On top of that, though, there's another piece of reporting that I found very interesting that I wanted to bring up. He was dismissed for using, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot was dismissed at the end of the Merseyside derby for using offensive, insulting or abusive language. He is handed a 2-match touchline ban as a result. That was on the Premier League's own website. Let me read it out to you again. Liverpool head coach Arne Slot was dismissed at the end of the Merseyside derby for using offensive, insulting or abusive language. He's handed a 2-match ban. That has since been deleted. And also, a little bit more information and credit to the Echo for this. They said as a result of the dismissals, neither Arne Slot nor Sipke Hulshoff were permitted to take charge of the post-match press conferences at Goodison Park. So they couldn't have even talked if they wanted to last night after the game because they were sent off. The rules and regulations state that they aren't allowed to talk or take the press conferences afterwards. We do get a bit of breaking news late tonight as well. Fabrizio Romano and others have posted to say, official, Premier League clubs unanimously agreed to the introduction of semi-automated offside technology. The new system will be used for the first time in the Premier League next season. Good. Hopefully it works. On top of that, the Carabao Cup final kick-off time has been confirmed as well. Liverpool and Newcastle going head-to-head at Wembley for the League Cup, and it will be a 4:30 kick-off on March the 16th for that one, and that's why the Aston Villa game is taking place midweek next week. Also, we got a bit of news around a massive offer that could be going into Vinicius Jr. So Saudi Arabia, according to BARCA, are insisting and pushing to sign Vinicius Jr. They want to convince him by offering him €200 million per season. €200 million per season. Also, Tyler Morton confirmed that his operation on his shoulder went well. He took to Instagram to post, operation went well. Thank you to everybody for your messages. And of course, we wish Tyler Morton a speedy and quick recovery. A few other bits and pieces. Ryan Gravenberch asked, will Liverpool win the league? Said, haha, it's really early to say. As a young guy, you have to dream. And that's one of my aims in my career. Well, I think, Ryan, we will get to win in the Premier League this season. And I think that he's going to play a massive part of it as well. So we all know our thoughts on the refereeing display for Michael Oliver. But former referee Supremo, Keith Hackett, has claimed that Michael Oliver is arrogant and no longer the best referee in the Premier League, and I certainly back those sentiments. So yeah, that is pretty much where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a transfer news video coming up at about 3:30, 4 o'clock for you this evening. Do give that a watch if you get a chance, and of course I'll be live tonight for the late night agenda as well. Saturday will be my day off, but the preview for the Wolves game will be coming out on Saturday, as well as a news video of course as well. But until then, don't forget to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. If you've enjoyed the video, please do drop a like on it. And as you can see, we are closing in on 300,000 subscribers. Just over 1,000 left to go. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to do so. Thanks again for tuning in and watching. Appreciate you. We'll catch up soon. Bye-bye.